Quest 2 docks haven't come a super long ways since the early days when we got that Anker charging dock that people liked. We've seen a few iterations on the channel we've liked. AMVR is looking to really change something with their new dock here. Remember that one we had with the controller grips that you could charge the controllers on? You could also plug your Quest 2 in. Well, now they come with controller grips, you can charge your controllers, and a spot for the headset as well. Let's open this up. We got some tape in the way here. We got that small sharp unboxing knife for it. This thing is gonna set you back $80 on Amazon. Right now it looks like there is a 10% off coupon for launch. So of course it has to come with your new battery doors with the controller straps so you can have your handy hand straps. The batteries for those comes with some extra, these things that look like little hair ties. They're basically this stretchy portion up here that makes this part flexible. I was just about to show you the interesting thing about this dock. It's made to be magnetic. Is that everything here? Yeah, I think that's everything. And let's say you like the dock like this, charging everything all at once, but then you need to move it somewhere else. You can pop these sides off, have your headset charge here, have your controllers charge here, kind of do like a stacked approach if you have a smaller space. It's a really interesting design. I barely saw this in the pictures they'd sent me, so I gotta learn a little bit about it here real quick, but this was the most intriguing part of this whole idea. Let's learn some things. Now, of course, this charges through USB-C, and interestingly, this is, you know, I complain about things not having power bricks. This doesn't even seem to have a cable. I guess they assume because you got your Quest and it came with the power brick and the cable, you're just gonna move that whole thing over to here. But it's a little weird, it doesn't even have a cable. Yeah, and I'm not missing something. It doesn't show a cable in the contents of the box. Unfortunately, like the Anker dock, this is looking to only be for people who either are willing to unplug their battery strap every time or not use a battery strap, because this wants to drop in here magnetically. It's not in love with these headphones I have on here. If I tip them up, it seems like I can get it to work, but let me get this thing plugged in and find out how it's working. All right, so we've got the green light there right now. We've got 3 green lights.
You serious?
It's got an interesting detail here. Another dock manufacturer told me that they had done this with their dock, and so maybe this is something. When you put the headset on, it's programmed to wait 8 seconds about, which I counted out there and it seemed like it was about 8 seconds. It's supposed to be a safety feature to make sure that you've set your headset there, you want it to be there, and it doesn't activate for a little bit. But it kind of bugs me because I set it down and I'm thinking, okay, I need to look and see if it started. 8 seconds is a long time to wait. You know, the Anker dock, you pop the thing on there, the light flicked over and you're like, okay, it's good, it's charging. This, you need to like set it there, walk away for a second, do something, and then look back and see if it's charging then. So kind of a weird choice.
Everybody learns the hero's journey isn't always a happy one.
From their previous AMVR dock, I've already got a set of the controllers and the batteries already installed. So I'm just gonna pop those in and see what those do. So those go right to, those have no delay. Those instantly go to red. Huh. Okay, now it's still showing green, but I can, oh, now it went to red. It takes a while, but you can see a little sooner on the side here on the light that it's actually working. Anker did something really smart with their dock when they made theirs, and that was they made this piece not hard, not attached plastic, and so it had a good bit of flexibility in and out. Unfortunately, I just wish that was something AMVR had done here, because it's pretty finicky trying to make sure you've gotten the headset on there right. And depending on which interface you have, which strap, it might be a little easier, but overall, I just don't feel like I can just toss this thing on there and know that it's charging. Or at the Anker, that thing sat in there, you saw it snap, the light instantly changed. There just wasn't any questioning it. Because now with this interface on here, I can barely, even trying, I can barely get this thing to actually work. Like I gotta get it just right and leave it there. And then if it were to get bumped, too bad it's not charging anymore. So that sucks. Let's see what else we can learn about the dock here, but I feel like that's a pretty big mess. The controllers just snap in like that. I think that the way this looks, unless they're hiding batteries in here, if you were to take these off and use this separately, it's got no other USB-C port. It may not be charging your controllers. It may just be a dock to like set it somewhere, which is okay, because you really don't have to charge these controllers very often. Like, honestly, once every 2 weeks. Maybe you have this in a small spot, and then when it's time to charge up your controllers, you take it here and you snap it on and let them charge. And then once they're fully charged, you just take this back off, put it where you like it, wherever it's handy. So that's an interesting thought, and it is nice. The magnets are really easy to undo once you find a spot for them. Although this thing sitting there with the sides looking like that doesn't look as great. I'm trying to confirm there's no batteries in these parts. Okay, yeah, it's confirmed. There is no charging built into this unless it is magnetically attached to that. So it's an interesting feature that they add. The problem is there's a fundamental issue here with the dock. It's just too finicky. I wish they had installed something that could move, because I mean, right now this is sitting on the dock and it's charging, but just that much distance and it's not. The dock overall, I hate to say it, there's other docks that just work better than this. This also limits you. They didn't add a USB port on the back or something in case you have a battery strap that you want to like just set this here and then run a cord to your battery or your Elite strap or something that needs to be charged from the back. They could have added that option, because that was a big miss with the Anker that a lot of people cited, is they wished that it had an option for battery, and this doesn't have that option either. So I guess it's a little more versatile. And the fact that you can move this if you wanted to. Doesn't make a lot of sense since it won't charge the controllers doing that, but it's a feature. It does not beat the Anker in the fact that when I put this on here, I'm just not certain that it's charging. So for that reason, I wouldn't get this dock. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, AMVR, because it looks like you put a lot of work and thought into it, but this is the one piece that if this wasn't just hard plastic, if it was like a flexible magnet on a cable here that had some give that could go in and out like the Anker one did, then it'd be perfect, because when I drop one on, it would just definitely hook instead of me putting it on and then being like, oh, am I charging? Is it hooked? And this amount of play that it's got here is just kind of, if there's this much play, you want this to also have some play to accommodate that. So I don't know. It definitely seems like it works better with the Bobo VR facial interface than any of the other ones that I've been trying here. Like that Kiwi one, the first one I was using, it's a little thicker and bigger. It seemed to really give it trouble. But overall, I just don't know if I'm charging or not. They also made a cutout for the power button here, but I keep whacking the power button because the cutout's not, there's still too much play. I don't know. What do you think out there? Did you see this come up and you already got one because you were excited about the idea of being able to take the sides off? Normally AMVR does a pretty good job, so I'm a little surprised that this was just a miss right here. Like, this being adjustable and moving more would have been way better and made this probably recommended by me. I'm a little disappointed, but I'd love to hear your thoughts out there. Are you gonna get one? Did you already get one and you came here to try and figure out if your problem was also my problem? I'd love to know in the comments section. I wanna say thank you for coming out and being here, and we will see you in another reality. Why?